Hello and welcome to Texas Motor Speedway for the 13th, the penultimate race in the NNSCRA Amazon Prime Truck Series. We're getting ready for 29 laps of action around this 1.5-mile quad oval in what will hopefully be an entertaining night. On the pole for the race is the 6 of Alex Hoover. Next to him, the 00 of Keith Miller. Row 2, Jesse Turner and Lex Dion. Row 3, Philip Parker and Anthony Lopez. Row 4 is Zachary DeLello and Logan Bradley. And in row 5 is Indian Nanjiani and Connor Vargas. Coming into the race, the points leader is still the 24 of Dorian Facepuncher. But as you can see, he starts in 30th place. As we mentioned, Nanjiani starting in, I believe, was that 9th or 10th? It was 9th. Nanjiani sits second in the points, 9 points back. James Richardson, you saw starting 29th. He is 10 points back. 13 points back is the 12 of Austin Colano. He starts near the back. And then 15 points back, I believe, is the 92 of Josh Drake. Is it 15 points? No, yes, it is. It's 15 points for the 92. And then the only other driver right now within a 37-point range is the 88 of Logan Bradley. However, he is 32 points back. Everyone else is more than 37 back. 7th in points, Jesse Turner is 39 out. Stapleton, 43. Alexander, 44. And Sam Rogers is 48. 49 back, DeLello. 50 back is winner from last week, Belding, along with J.J. Roberts. 51 back, Philip Parker. 52 back is Hoover and Gonzalez. Vargas, 56. And others. They have got to gain enough points to get in range. Let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given. So, as we mentioned, this is the penultimate race, or as I mentioned. The following drivers are no longer in points range. That means they cannot make up enough points to be within 37 points of the points leader. And those drivers are Keith Miller, Connor Lewis, Anthony Lopez, Lex Dion, and Cody Smart. I'm sure they will still be going for wins. Want to end that season on a bang. Quick statistic note, the 3 drivers led out of top 5 on the season. Connor Vargas, 17th in points. Anthony Lopez, 28th. And Cody Smart, 30th. With that said, the 2 drivers with the most top 5s is Dorian Facepuncher and Josh Drake with 4 apiece. And then Facepuncher has 2 more top 10s than Nanjiani and Colano. Nanjiani and Colano have 6. Facepuncher has 8. So the season is getting very interesting here as we come to a close. Green flag will wave here at Texas. Who's going to get that checkered flag tonight? And it is big for a lot of these drivers that need to see Dorian, Nanjiani, basically the whole top 5 aside from, Bradley 6. So everyone above Bradley in the points, Josh Drake, Nanjiani, Richardson, Colano, and Facepuncher. Those 5, everyone wants to see those 5 do poorly tonight. They need to be able to gain and close the gap on all 5 of those as much as they can. And leading lap 1 will be Jesse Turner, who, as we said, sits 7th in points, 39 out. Philip Parker, oh, they're sliding up. Turner slides up in the Hoover there a bit. It's going to get tight there. Hoover actually gets the wall. Is there 3 wide for the lead? That's Anthony Lopez. I mentioned before the race, Lopez is out of range, so he is going for a W here tonight. And Nanjiani is moving up the field in the 3rd. Whoa, what kind of flag was that? And nobody wants to see that one truck lead a lap. Mostly Facepuncher, but they know that's going to make it harder to gain on her if she gets the points lead. So Lopez pulling away right now in the lead. DeLello battling for 2nd with Parker as Nanjiami's behind him. As they are 3 wide back here. That's Gonzalez, Turner, and Hoover. They are very tight on each other's doors. Got to try not to wreck. It's only lap 4 of 29. as Face Puncher has started making his way through the field. There's Logan Bradley. We mentioned 32 out. And as Lopez starts to pull away, they are racing here for second place. 3 wide, multiple rows here. Hamill's trying to clear Nanjiani as the caution flag is out on the raceway. Lopez will lead it back easily. And we'll see who was involved. Alex Gray, it appears. Not seeing damage on anyone else. Sam Rogers has some on his right side door. And it looks like they will settle this out. Yep, they will indeed. We'll see if anyone comes down pit road. Lopez showing that he has got a very powerful truck today, or tonight I should say. After last week, Chevy got their 5th win on the season. Ford sits at 4 and Toyota sits at 3. Chevy driver does lead the point standings, so he has not won a race this season. And Face Puncher now rests 19th place after starting 30th. Does anybody come down to fix damage? It appears the answer is no. So let's show you what brought out the first caution of the night. So here it is. It started with Sam Rogers. I noticed while we were live that I saw a truck in the wall at the corner of my eye. Looks like Sam gets a bit of a run on Rich here, but he makes slight contact with Rich. That gets the 2 out of shape. They're really up here in the marbles. And Sam is just going to get put in the wall there. He clips Rich. There's Gray. Face Puncher moves far left. He's probably glad he did that because Rich would have taken him out. Gray goes around. Deaver's going to make contact. Small, but still contact. More contact right there. And then that was really it. So really not a big incident. So after seeing that, not really surprised. Nobody pit. No one really had any huge contact with the wall or other drivers. So we'll take you to the race restart. All right, we're going to get ready to go back racing. We'll have 21 laps remaining. Lopez is your leader. Hamill second. Remember, Hamill won on fuel strategy back in New Hampshire. Brandon Gonzalez is third. What am I thinking about? Logan Bradley fourth. Indian Nanjiani is fifth. Ferranti sixth. DeLello seventh. Parker eighth. Hoover ninth. And J.J. Roberts is 10th. Going through the rest of those in the top 5 in the point standings, we'll find Josh Drake 16th, Face Puncher 19th, Richardson 21st, and Colano 24th. As we know, Nanjiani is 5th. So that's the top 5 in points right there. So right now, Nanjiani gonna probably take the points lead if this keeps up. Still a lot of racing to go here, though, to see if Lopez is able to keep his truck out front now that the field has been rebunched. Trying to give Ford what would be their 5th victory on the season. Hamill's gonna try and do that too here. He's making the move. So is Logan Bradley. Now that the truck's a single file, it will take a while to get back to 3 wide racing. Ferranti's making a move on Nanjiani as Hamill will lead for the first time tonight. We'll wait a few laps until we're up to speed to see if anybody has got performance hindering damage, as Ferranti's making it 3 wide for second on Bradley and Lopez. Yeah, it looks like they get enough of a run. Lopez is getting a huge run on the top side, trying to fend off Logan Bradley here. Nanjiani back to the inside. That's to the inside of Gonzalez. And now after 2 laps, it looks like Gray perhaps with some damage. They're all pretty close to the pack though. Ferranti again making a move 3 wide on the bottom as Philip Parker's approaching the leaders. And unlike Lopez, Hamill has not been able to pull away from others battling behind him, and now Lopez gets enough of a run and he makes the move to the inside of Hamill. Going back for the lead is Anthony Lopez. He had it at the line, Can he take it here off of 2? He will. He clears the 43. Ferranti to the inside for second. Hamill actually puts himself in the wall, and the caution flag is out for something else. Bradley moves into third. Ferranti will chase the 99. And on lap 12, we have our second caution of the night. Jesse Turner's involved. Hoover, and it looks like maybe Dorian Face Puncher. Andrew Rich is up in smoke. And he will go down pit road. His night is over. Lopez leads the field. We'll take a look and see what brought out the second caution flag of the night. Well, we're going to watch all these guys here go into the corner. You've got Flickinger, Turner, and Hoover 3 wide with Belding and Roush 2 wide behind them. And then you can see Face Puncher there by himself. And it looks like what happens here is Turner and Flickinger slide up. And then Turner slides up so much he gets into Hoover here. And then they're glued together. Belding's now on the bottom 4 wide. And right there, Turner and Hoover just start going up the track. Into the wall they go. That spins them both around. And Face Puncher's the first one to have nowhere to go. Roush gets spun out by Turner. There you see Face Puncher making the contact with Hoover. Floors it into the 6 again for good measure. Rich slams Jesse Turner there hard. Vargas gets pushed into this, nowhere to go. Richardson, you see, barely made it through that. Drake on the brake pedal, trying not to get damage to his truck. And then Dadgar, Stapleton, and others. And actually, though, right there, Vargas comes almost right up into Josh Drake. But Dorian Face Puncher involved here at Texas after being so consistent the entire season. This changes everything. Getting ready to go back racing. Rich is the only retiree. Anthony Lopez is your leader. We will have 13 laps to go. Ferranti is second. Bradley third. Hamill fourth. Brandon Gonzalez fifth. Philip Parker sixth. Indian Nanjiani came in second in points. She is seventh. Keith Miller eighth. J.J. Roberts ninth. And Zachary DeLillo is 10th. So looking at the rest of those top 5 in the points, that being Face Puncher, Richardson, Colano, and Drake. We find Richardson up to 14th. Colano up to 18th. Drake 24th. He did slow down tremendously to not get damage in that wreck. Face Puncher sits 27th. We know he has some front end damage. We don't know how big it is. But if there's going to be another big wreck, if it happens late enough in the race, he might just fall off enough to not be involved. Pace truck down pit road. Lopez has been the dominant truck tonight. Will he lose the lead again on this restart? We're about to find out. And Ferranti got a good jump, and he's immediately going to go to the inside of Lopez in turn 1. The trucks are pretty spaced out. I have to say, there's a gap behind Hamill. If Lopez can get in that gap before Gonzalez comes up here, that would benefit him, but we know that Lopez has a strong truck on the outside. So we'll see if Lopez can get back to the front here or not. But Alex Ferranti, for the first time tonight, will lead here at Texas. Bradley in second, but here comes Derek Hamill, your winner from New Hampshire. He's trying to get to the front. He's sliding up in second. Parker 3 wide with Gonzalez and Lopez, who gets a huge run. As I think the one just got in the wall off the corner. That is the case. She falls back on Keith Miller. Still 3 wide. Lopez is not giving up. He's trying to get the run on the top side. Door banging with Gonzalez as Logan Bradley's going to go and take the race lead. He leads a lap. Turn 1 and 2 is where the dangerous stuff happens. Can Lopez keep his truck clean? Keith Miller now on the inside of Gonzalez. Nanjiani is getting past. She continues to fall back. She got the wall, I believe, again. A lot of drivers really wanting to see that. Gonzalez almost makes contact with Miller. Lopez doing the same thing. Is Lopez going to back out here? It looks like he will. He's trying and maybe get to the bottom. But Cole Deaver's there now. Still 3 wide right here. Now it's Ferranti on the top side. As Cole Deaver races up, Miller's going to slide up. That's going to make this 4 wide. Contact is being made. They are 4 wide off of turn 2. Deaver and Miller making contact. Into turn 3 they go, 4 wide. Lopez is right there. They are all making contact here, 4 wide still. Oh, and there it is, Gonzalez in the wall with Ferranti. J.J. Roberts, Nanjiami in the wall. Richardson makes it by. Colano slams the one and barrel rolls down the track. 2 of the top 5 in points. Sam Rogers got a piece of it too. James Richardson, though, the big one to make it through. You see Turner, though, with definitely off pace. There's Face Puncher roaring through here. His truck was off pace as I thought. This is going to save him big time. And oh my goodness, we are going to be taking another look at this one. 9 laps to go. It's going to be a shootout. But Cole Deaver with that aggressive move put them in that 4 wide. He's up to 4th place. But Logan Bradley, 6th in points, is benefiting big time. Going to be leading these laps on the caution. Let's take a look at the replay. We're going to watch this from the helicopter of the one truck. If the screen comes in view, you can see the 4 wide right there at the top of your screen. Everyone's off of each other's doors here, and then I think Gonzalez just barely scuffs with his right recorder panel. That's going to send them up into the wall. Now, it looked like they were probably going to save it here, but Gonzalez comes down so fast, he's going to clip Roberts there barely, and then Nanjiami's right side is sliding and gets into the 23. Gonzalez is spinning. Roberts, I think, is going to keep it together. Look at Richardson, though, there. Barely missing this. Roberts gets it together. Stapleton barely missing, but Colano's got nowhere to go, and he's going to slam the one in the door. There's Sam Rogers making heavy contact. Nanjiami went on her lid as Colano spun around. No one hit Gonzalez, and you can see Face Puncher, Hoover, and Turner very far back. And this takes the 1 in the 12 out of the race. This is going to be huge for the points. Let's take some onboards. On board with James Richardson. Let's see how he misses this one. Barely making it through there. Great job by James Richardson. On board with a 12 of Austin Colano. Very violent spin for the 12 driver. We hope he's okay. Lastly, in-truck footage from Nanjiami. Violent ride for the driver of the one. We hope she's okay. Let's take you to that race restart. We're already in turn 3. We will have a 5-lap shootout. Checkers or wreckers out of the race. Sam Rogers, Nanjiami, and Colano. So all 3 of those drivers are going to take hits. Sam was probably trying to hope to get back in range. That's not going to happen. Bradley is your race leader. Hamill second. Parker, Deaver, Lopez, Miller, Belding, Ferranti, DeLello, and Richardson. Face Puncher is up back to 23rd. We know he is terribly off pace along with some others. Josh Drake sits 13th, so Drake and Richardson are the 2 that are going to benefit here big time if they can get closer to the front and get a good finish. And then there's drivers like Bradley who's trying to close that gap even more. He doesn't want to see those guys get towards the front, but he's going to be falling to the back. Hamill makes a move, and now Parker's making a move. 3 wide for the lead. 4 to go. Can they keep it green? I'm gonna say no. Things are gonna get crazy here. Lopez, though, with that strong truck. Look at all the trucks slide up. Hamill goes really high. Now Lopez back to that inside as Hamill scuffs the wall. And that makes it 2 wide. That holds up Bradley. Lopez to the inside of Parker. Here comes Keith Miller, another driver out of points range. Deaver's trying to get back up there. He's got to get this win, though. 3 to go. Deaver up to 4th. Can he get the 3rd? Passing Parker. He has to do that. Lopez has been really strong today out in front, though. Parker hits the wall. Almost gets into the 0-0. There's Charles Belding, your winner from last week. Can he go back to back? Something we have not seen any driver do this season. Deaver clears Miller. Belding will clear as well. Can they track down Anthony Lopez here with 2 to go? James Richardson still sits in 9th. No sign of Josh Drake, who's riding in 13th. Here we go. Deaver to the inside. Belding's up top there on Keith Miller. He goes in the wall. Bradley to the back. Here comes Cole Deaver trying to get another last lap pass on a 1.5-mile track. It's not the last lap, but here he goes. 2 to go. Will Lopez let him by to do the crossover? White flag in the air for Cole Deaver and Anthony Lopez, who race side by side. Can Lopez get that highline run? We've seen him do it earlier tonight. It's going to be close. He's not going to be able to do it. He gets the wall. That's going to probably seal it as Miller moves to his inside. And out of nowhere, off of turn 4, Cole Deaver will get his 2nd win of the season. And possibly propel himself into title consideration. What a finish. Richardson gets 7th, Drake gets 13th, and Face Puncher comes home 22nd. The standings are official. Let's go through the rest of your top 10. Miller 2nd, Lopez 3rd, Belding 4th, Parker 5th, Hamill, Richardson, Bradley, DeLello, Ferranti. That's your top 10. As we mentioned, Drake gets 13th, and Face Puncher comes home 22nd. As we said, Nanjiani going to get 28th, and Hoover will get 29th. So with that said, that's all I got here from Texas. I will see you for Kansas, the finale of the series. See y'all then.